Hello, and welcome to this Research Concepts tutorial from the Harold L. Drimmer Library at Westchester Community College. You may have assignments requiring peer-reviewed articles or the use of scholarly journals. Today we will discuss what the term peer-reviewed means, how to determine if an article is peer-reviewed, and how to use the library databases to find articles that meet the peer-reviewed requirement. Peer review refers to the process of an article being critiqued by scholars and experts knowledgeable in the subject before it is published. In other words, after a scholar has written up the results of their experiment or research, the writer's peers in the field review the submitted article and give feedback on the author's thesis, methods, procedures, and conclusion. Working from these comments, the author will revise their article and resubmit for review again, sometimes several times, until their paper is accepted for publication. This helps ensure that the research is reliable and has met rigorous standards, although the process isn't perfect, and articles with flawed methods or insufficient data leading to erroneous conclusions still make it into publication from time to time. There is also a great deal of high-quality investigative journalism from sources such as The Atlantic, The New York Times, and ProPublica. While these publications are considered authoritative and credible sources, their articles are not peer-reviewed. There isn't anything wrong with them. They've just not gone through the same process as peer-reviewed articles. Check your assignment or with your professor to be clear about what kinds of sources are acceptable for your paper. Peer-reviewed articles are not only written by experts, but are intended to be read by experts in the field. The authors expect their readers to have a background in the subject and will therefore not explain methodologies, measures, or other technical terminology. For example, a study might state that it used the COPE inventory, but not explain that it assesses coping strategies in response to stress. For most assignments at WCC, it is enough to identify that a particular scale or analysis was applied, along with a brief explanation of what it is. Peer-reviewed articles can be found in scholarly journals, but not all articles in scholarly journals are peer-reviewed. Scholarly journals may also include book reviews, conference papers, and other sources. In addition, some peer-reviewed articles are literature reviews or meta-studies, meaning the author or authors have read original research articles on a particular topic and summarize the findings of those studies. Depending on your assignment, this type of review article may not be acceptable, as there is limited information about each individual study. For many classes, especially those in the social sciences, you will be required to find original research articles, meaning the article is written by the researchers about the study or experiment they conducted, which is referred to as empirical research. In other fields, such as literature or philosophy, research is more theory-based, meaning the authors explore concepts and ideas to make connections and form new theories. This is referred to as theoretical research. Fortunately, most library databases make it easy to limit your searches to peer-reviewed articles. When starting your research, look for the Advanced Search option and check the limiter for peer-reviewed articles, if they contain them. The New York Times database only includes newspaper articles from the Times, therefore will not offer a peer-reviewed option. On the other hand, all journals in Science Direct are peer-reviewed, although the database includes other content such as book chapters and book reviews. Limiting your search to research articles in Science Direct will help narrow your results. You can also limit your results after you begin your search. Look for the limiter's toolbar on the results page in each database. For this article from APA Psych Articles, which uses the EBSCO platform, we can scroll down on the article page and confirm that this article is from a peer-reviewed journal. The journal information under publication type tells us this is a peer-reviewed journal. Below that is the publication history of this particular article, giving us a glimpse into the peer-review timeline. It was first submitted on June 2020. A revised version was submitted in October the same year, and it was published shortly after. When using other databases, like criminal justice periodicals, which is on the ProQuest platform, you can click the publication title to see if it is listed as peer-reviewed. Of course, we can always check the peer review box to limit our search results either before or after we run our search, so there's usually no reason to do so. As stated earlier, peer-reviewed articles are written for experts in the field, and the writing can be quite technical and sometimes daunting to read. See our other video, Research Concepts, Reading a Peer-Reviewed Scholarly Article, for an explanation of the format of a typical peer-reviewed article in the social sciences and how to read it. If you have questions about anything covered in this video, please visit us at answers.sunywcc.edu to get help from me and the other librarians, or to browse the library FAQs for additional help. You can also call or text us when the library is open